Hi everyone, we're going to be discussing clipping paths or masks today in addition to some cool things you can do with typography. Your document doesn't need to be anything much more extravagant than this when you hand in the assignment. Really looking at 4 quadrants here. Let's turn on our guides. I basically just broke this into here. Let's open up our guides here. Just to give me a rough idea of how big is big. We can always move this stuff around later. All right, so if you'll notice, this is an area over here. We're looking at a clipping path. This is actually one object, like in Photoshop, that's controlling the visibility of the object behind it, which is this full blob. You can see when I hide over it, you can see what the rest of it looks like there. Then we have some typography that is hidden by a vector shape. Down on the bottom here, if you'll go to the bottom right, this is actually some typography that is inside the shape. It's not quite the same as being clipped. It's visibility here. The keyword there is clipped. And then we have some type here that is highly editable, still nice type that's on any type of curve or shape you do. But all of this stuff will probably come in very handy for your self-portrait project. So let's start off from scratch here, turn off these layers. I'm just going to click on a new layer. I'm going to make a quick blob here with my tool. Make a black will suffice. Close this up. And then I'll take another shape. In this case, I'll pick a rectangle, put it over top, and then you'll see I have two objects here. I want to shift select, meaning get both of them. Click, then shift key, click again, and it's object, clipping mask, make. So what the uppermost object has done, if we look over here in our layers palette, it's good to, when documents get a little bit more complicated, to use your layers palette and make sure you name your layers here too. That the clipping path is this. I can highlight it and work this way, change its area, saying this is only what I want to see of something, regardless of what it is. Obviously, it is a vector shape, so it can even be so. Grab it from the direct selection tool. Whoops. Let's grab that corner here and work it that way. Or if for some reason I want to turn this off temporarily, highlight this, make this active. Go back in here with my direct selection tool and then change it this way, back to my clipping path and see what I only see of that. This particular exercise only so you know how it works. That'll be enough for that. Then I will go back in here. I need some type. Somewhere on one of these layers, I have some loose type over here on the side. I'm actually going to copy this in case I need it again. Layer, which is just Option drag. I love Illustrator by having room to a little bit of stuff on the side. Let's pull this onto our artboard here. I will then take a nice circle, which is my ellipse tool. Option or Alt, get it from center, Shift to hold constrain proportions, and take this, Shift select this, and then from here we can go to Object, Clipping Mask, Make, and if you notice the text is inside of that. It's not the full text, I'm basically clipping off the visibility with, get the right clipping path here, this circle right here. If I wanted to work on just the other pieces, I would have to go in through here, that's my actual text, and then I could move this down and around, whatever I wanted to do. Again, this is your stylistic approach is up to you, but this is how something like this would work. While we're here talking about text in circles, let's draw a nice circle over here. Same type of thing. That will be good enough. I'm actually going to flip this to be a stroke. All right, and I will go to my type tool, and I then have the type area type tool. Let's get this some text here first. So it's copy, Command C, because I want the text to flow inside of it and be able to read all of it. All right, let's go back to our area type tool, and inside here, then it's Command V, and you can see that the text is properly done in here. And I can actually from here grab my actual circle here. And I can squish this, move it around so the text reads correctly. This could be any shape, so it doesn't have to be a circle. It could be a square. It could be any type of loose vector shape. Note the little plus sign here that's saying that I have some overset type, meaning that this has been truncated. It's Illustrator's way of helping you out, saying you might be missing a few words or even a whole paragraph at the end. So this is actually totally different than one above, even though at first glance they may look the same. Let's look at creating some type on paths here. I need to have a path first. I'll get out my trusty pen tool. Just do click, drag, and something to that effect. Flip these two over here. Switch, swap, fill, and stroke. So I now have this little stroke here, just so you can see what's going on. Let's delete these. I'll zoom in a bit. We'll now go to, I want to make sure that I hit the space bar to get some text. T to copy. I don't need this much. I'm just going to grab at the first sentence. So it's Command C. I just want to get raw text up in there, loaded in my clipboard. All right. This is be selected, this area here. Go to the type tool and hit the type on path tool. I will then go to the path, make sure this path here is highlighted, click on this, and then you'll notice the line actually goes away, but the path is still visible through the Illustrator tool thing. And then we hit Control V, and there it is. I actually want to make this text. I can highlight it like regular text here. Let's bump this up a little bit to 14 point. We could even change the font to something a little bit more fanciful. And there I have it. What's great about this is if I hit A, the direct selection tool, the line is still there. So I can go back in now and change any of these pieces. Click off, find my little selection sets here. And you notice the text redoes this. It's still editable. If I have a typo or I want to change some words, I can type yada yada in here, or something without so many typos, and there you have it. So some type on path, type with inside an area, and some clipping math for either text or an actual Illustrator object. Hope that helps you out.